Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
I know he ain't got
it. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And all the way down to the 29. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high, 120, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Mike 51. So we got man.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Miller. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Don't let him breathe, defense. 57, Mike 57. Here we go.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Bills' 1st down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Looking downfield for Jones. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
This is Miller. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Buying time. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A 1st down carry now for Miller. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. That'll be caught by Rodgers. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Quick move by Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Miller. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a 3rd and very long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field. trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Darnold on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Darnold. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
First down, Murray. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Murray now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Well, the Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Andrew Billings. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy. About 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Red 80. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Let's go.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And Darnold, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Darnold. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You don't want none. 25, check 25, check 25. Check, lucky. Here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Come on, D! Red 80. 51 to Mike. 51 to the
Darnold on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Bell. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Yo, 80. Check 3, check 3, check 80. Check 26, check 26.
Here's Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. This is Grant. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken short. Running right through him. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Lamar Miller, the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw complete to Herndon. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the final tally.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. White now to return. Uses the spin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, it's Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now from Murray. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Murray keeps it himself, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a pass taken in by the tight end, Herndon. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? On 1st and 10, Darnold.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back to throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Buffalo, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,